Ready? All right, let's get started with the first one right here. This one is one of my favorites. In fact, I was in Canada this weekend, quick little story time, and I told my family, if we're making French fries, let's put them in the air fryer. If you're not familiar with the air fryer, let me tell you why it's amazing. So essentially, you use less oil. So you know when you're making French fries, you put a bunch of oil and it's not healthy, but if you are looking for a great alternative, this is the way to do that. So I love the capacity of this air fry. You just drizzle a little bit of oil on it, or maybe you're doing chicken wings or you're doing vegetables. There's so many different recipes that you could do with your air fryer. Then you take the basket, close it, has the controls right here. You can air fry, you can roast, you can reheat, you can dehydrate. But what I love about it, again, it uses little to no oil. It gets it nice and golden on the outside, nice and juicy on the inside, regardless of what I'm cooking. And it makes it easy. Even if I'm cooking two things at the same time, I could do my rice on the stove and then do my meat or my vegetables in the air fryer. This right here, game changer. If you're gonna be hosting people for the holidays, definitely need this. All right, if you're wondering why I'm so fired up, let's talk about this next product. So this is how I get excited in the morning. I love the smell of coffee. Nespresso is one of my favorite brands. And the reason I love it is because they give you quality. So this is the Nespresso. This is the Vertuo Next Coffee and Espresso Maker. Hey, so it has the water reservoir in the bag. So you could do a couple cups of coffee if you've got people coming over. And then you take your Nespresso pod, you pop it in there, and you make your delicious coffee. There's so many different flavors that you can choose from. I really like when they have their flavors from Uganda. I love when they have like seasonal ones, like the chocolate minty ones or pumpkin spice. Oh, it smells so good. But look how stylish it is too. Sleek little profile, doesn't take up a bunch of space, but if you're gonna keep it out on your countertop, it looks great as well. So this is a great way to level up your morning, is by having a delicious cup of coffee and really getting your day started. All right, let's move on to the next product right here. We got 10 products, 10 minutes. We're gonna get this through. Now this may seem like a little bit of a weird thing to do, but in the winter, I love being at home and being cozy, but I also love, now that I'm nice and cozy and warm, an ice cream maker. So this is an ice cream maker. You can use this for gelato, you could do sorbet, you can do so much more. Now this is a fun activity to do with the kids on those rainy days and those snowy days. I love this as well. But if you're gonna be hosting people, this is also fantastic as well. So the controls are right here on the front. You could do a sorbet, you could do a smoothie bowl. Oh, so good. And the reason I really love having this in my house and why it's leveled up is because we have certain allergies in the house. Like for instance, my husband is lactose intolerant. So I get to control the ingredients and I can really have fun with it. And it's just one of those conversation starters. Like we're having a milestone birthday for my sister next month and just looking for little ways to just spice up our situation at home. And an ice cream maker is fantastic. Look at the capacity on it as well too. You can serve a couple of folks on this, right? We could do like 6 or 8 people and divvy up the ice cream. Although, let's keep this between you and I will tear up some ice cream. I can eat the entire container while watching one of my favorite shows on Prime Video. All right, we're talking 10 products in 10 minutes. I want to move on to the next one. I think we're all trying to be better about the environment, but let's be honest, we still want to enjoy our soda as well. So this is the Soda Stream. This is the Terra, the sparkling Soda Stream maker. So you can make your sparkling water right in the comfort of your own home. I have to say, one of the things I look for when I'm talking about adding new appliances in my home is, will they take up a lot of space? This fits the profile. This is sleek, this is stylish. So if you know someone maybe who's going off to college for the first time, just moved into the house for the first time, I mean, we talk about this a lot. What's a great hostess gift to give to someone? This is fantastic. So instead of buying the cans, having a 12, 24, throwing those cans away, yes, you may be recycling. Sometimes you forget. Create your own soda right in the comfort of your own home. So this has the DWS water and the bubbly drop as well that comes along with it. So you can have nice, delicious flavors. I like to put a little bit of lime, a little bit of fruit in mine. Oh, it's such an experience doing that sparkling water at home. I try to do a balance of both. I try to have sparkling water and also drink regular water as well. But definitely when I'm entertaining and I have people coming over to the house, sparkling water is my jam. Speaking of my jam, you know what's not my jam? Is when my coffee gets cold. Ain't nobody got time for that. When my coffee gets cold, when my tea gets cold. And what tends to happen is I'll get caught up doing an assignment for work or talking to somebody at work. You know, we're all so busy. Same thing happens to my husband. He'll be in a call for work, he'll make his coffee, and then all of a sudden he'll forget, and then he goes back to it and it's cold. Now you gotta reheat it, or you have to remake your coffee. Here's an easy way to do that. Look at this ember temperature. This, my friends, is a smart mug. It's gonna keep your coffee or your water, or heck, even your soup, your oatmeal, warm and at the exact temperature that you want. So this is what it looks like. So sleek, so stylish. I keep it in my glam room and my makeup room. My husband has his in his office. But essentially, this is what it looks like. And then you set it on here. Comes with a little cord, and you have to keep that sort of charged. And that's how you really get that maximum use out of it. But this will level up your morning, because then you won't have to make tea over and over again. You won't have to do coffee over and over again. And you can just always have it at that perfect temperature to just warm you up from the inside. Give you a little bit of joy. Hey, it's not too soon to start thinking about the holidays. I know we're talking about 10 kitchen products to level up your life, your kitchen, but if you're thinking about a wow holiday gift, this right here, I mean, is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, we're gonna set that to the side and move on to the next product. All right, so this is from E-Tech City, and this is a food kitchen scale. Now, I know you may be wondering, well, Nicole, why do I need this? I'll tell you what, I got introduced to a kitchen scale. Well, one of my relatives was on this sort of wellness journey, and she was really cognizant of the food that she was putting into her body. So she would weigh it to make sure that she had the proper ingredients. And it's so small, she was able to take it with her on the go. We were out at a restaurant, at a buffet, believe it or not. But I love having this in your home, because then you can weigh the exact ingredients. You don't have to guesstimate and see what it is at all times. And because it is small, you can just put it in your suitcase. If you're gonna be going off to a rental property, or maybe going off to grandma's house, this is fantastic. It has the LCD display, so it makes it super easy for you to see exactly what it is that you are weighing, and it gives you the ounces, it gives you the all that information right here on the scale. So definitely check this out. If you're maybe on a keto diet, maybe if you're looking for something that's small that you can use in your kitchen when you're weighing out all the different ingredients that you're gonna be cooking, that's the one that you need. Okay, let's move on to another product that will definitely, absolutely level up your kitchen. Shout out to Sierra for that. Okay, so let's talk about this. One of the things I love cooking, especially like I mentioned, when I'm at home more in the fall or in the winter, but what I don't love is the smell of onion on my hands. I don't love chopping up garlic. It lingers. It doesn't matter how often you wash your hands or how long you wash your hands. It just takes a long time. And honestly, the prep work is really what kind of makes me lazy and makes me not want to cook. I got a solution for that. This is gonna level up. This is a vegetable chopper. So it's gonna chop it down to the exact size that you need. If you're doing carrots or whatever it is that you're doing with that veggie chopper, this is gonna make it super easy. So I'd use my carrots in here. I would use my ginger, I would use my garlic. It comes with all the different spiralizers that you need as well, not just for the onions. So I got a nice smelly onion in here. Whoo, Lord, I wish you guys could smell it. I wish smell-o-vision was a thing. And what I'm gonna do, let me know in the chat if you can see this. I'm just gonna press down, use all my weight and press it down. Look at that. And get that onion in that perfect size, the way that I need it. So that's what it looks like right there. I've chopped it down a little bit more. Now, if I wanted, I could take out the different layers of the onion and just really press it down a little bit more. But you can kind of see how it got it into sort of that chopped, almost minced fashion. So I can just throw it into my pot and start making my chicken noodle soup or whatever it is that I'm cooking. But that right there is a lifesaver. Okay, let's move on to another product that I absolutely love. This one is from Ninja. This is the professional blender, you guys. If you're looking to make smoothies, or maybe you're doing food processing, or maybe you got a little one at home and you want to do puree, the Ninja is definitely where it's at. So Ninja is one of those brands that we know that we are getting quality, right? I love that right now when you click on the link in the carousel, it's on a fantastic deal. Look at how large and in charge this is. It's got that powerful motor that you see right here. What that's going to do is if you've got maybe tomatoes, if you've got ginger, you got those chunky vegetables that are fibrous, it's gonna whittle them down to the consistency that you need. But maybe you're doing other frozen vegetables. You've got maybe banana, you got mango in the refrigerator. It's gonna, again, get it into the smoothie format that you need. But of course, if you're doing purees and you've got that softer bananas, things that you really need to puree down, the Ninja is where it's at. I like doing soup in here as well. I like getting my tomatoes and maybe putting them in the oven for a little bit and then putting them in the Ninja and then blending them down. Oh, hot or cold, this is fantastic. look at the capacity too, pretty large. So if you're gonna be cooking for a large family, or maybe you're like me, I like to meal prep so I don't have to do it, this is fantastic. All right, last but not least, I wanna move on to, got 2 more products that I wanna quickly share with you. This is the Echo Show. This is how I check out my music videos. I listen to my favorite TV shows, and it's got that large speaker right here. So when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I'm like, hey, what's the weather? What's the traffic? All I have to do is use my voice. And last but certainly not least, we're talking about an air purifier. This is a great way to level up your kitchen right here. If you're cooking and maybe you're doing a lot of curries, doing stuff that definitely has those beautiful aromas that you want to get rid of, the air purifier is where it's at. It's small, it's portable. I can just lift it up like this. That means that you can take it from room to room. So definitely something that you need if you suffer from allergies like me. You guys, I think we did it. 10 products to level up your kitchen. That's how you would get it done. All right.